Today we're here with Hannah Pick. Hannah and Allison Leslie Gold were the authors of Memories of Anne Frank, the Reflections of a Childhood Friend. We're also here with Joel Ratner, who's the local head of the Anti-Defamation League. Thank you both for being here with us.
Thank you.
Hannah, is this your first time in Cleveland? Have you been here before?
I have been here twice before.
And this is part of a tour that you're doing with the Anti-Defamation League, is that correct? What inspired you to go on this particular tour? This is not the first relationship that you've had with the ADL.
No, I want people to know about the Holocaust. And through Anne Frank, I reach a lot of people because Anne wrote in her diary, "Why God let her live, and I, her best friend, may be already dead." And now you see me sitting here quite lively. So through her story, I reach a lot of children mostly, and I want people not to forget and to know what can happen if you are not tolerant.
And the relationship with the ADL, that's been an ongoing relationship, Joel?
Recently, Hannah has been traveling around the U.S. through the sponsorship of the Anti-Defamation League. We're very happy to have her here in Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Columbus through our local ADL office.
Do you have any friends here in Cleveland that you've visited now or in the past?
I made friends when I came the first time, and so the second and the third time I was in the house of Dr. Leatrice Rabinski. Very wonderful woman.
Question for you more broadly. In the United States, there is some anti-Semitism, but in Europe, how have you been back to Europe since the World War II, yes?
Yes.
How are views towards Israel and towards Jews in Europe?
I don't know. I don't meet people that tell me they are anti-Semitic, you understand? The people that invite me, the Christian people in Germany, are very much to help Israel, and they want people to know about the Holocaust, and they themselves make exchange with Israel and school children from Germany, but also with kids from Poland. They go with their kids, the German kids, to Poland and take Polish kids to Germany, and they go together to Auschwitz and speak about it. So these are wonderful people. The organization is called RRA, Regionale Arbeitsstelle für Ausländer. And I don't meet the other ones because when I speak in Germany, it's mostly volunteering. The classes don't have to come, but only the ones that want to hear me.
It seems that, because I'm involved with international affairs, and the coverage that I've seen about Israel in particular in the European press is not favorable.
No.
And I'm just wondering if you've felt any changes over the 50 years since you were with Anne Frank.
No, that I cannot say. I go only the last years, but that people are not favorable of our politics, I'm very sorry about. But I speak more about the Holocaust, not about politics. But if I get questions, I also answer them. I try to.
What are your feelings about the Holocaust Museum in Washington? Have you visited? And what
I have been there once, and a very nice black man took me around. He is a reverend and a professor, and he took me around in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk so much, and he explained wonderful, and so I had a very good impression.
What do you think the impact of that is on people who did not have the experiences that you had?
Look, they come there and are ready. What they see, I think they learned about it before, and the pictures make a very deep impression, I think.
I know a lot of school children from Cleveland and around the country visit there.
I saw it. They were standing long row when we came there.
And a lot of them read, even people who have never even met a Jew read the diary
of Anne Frank. And that is a good thing, that through Anne Frank I reach people that never would heard about the Holocaust. Exactly.
Do you think that Anne Frank was an exceptional person, or do you believe that there were lots of Anne Franks that we lost in the Holocaust?
I'm sure they were dying 1.5 million children. And sometimes we think one of them could have found a medicine for AIDS or for cancer, but they just didn't let them live.
Do you think that the Germans, when you go to Germany, have expressed adequate contrition and absolution for what they have done?
English?
Hemmitz Darim.
Your English I don't understand.
Oh, I'm sorry, my apologies.
Are they sorry? Do they feel sorry now?
There is not they. There is some that are sorry and some that are not sorry. But I hope that they see what they did and that it will never happen again to nobody.
Mrs. Pick, I have a question. I'm Chaya first, and my son went on the Journey of Conscience tour with Dr. Leatrice Rabinski. Do you get a chance to meet the students when they go on the tour in Amsterdam?
No, this time not, because I live in Israel and I'm at home.
But Hannah does talk to students in Israel, including birthright students who were recently in Israel on the first trip there from the U.S., and she addresses them as well.
Well, the students on the Journey of Conscience, they do end up in Israel towards
So
the end.
maybe I'm invited and I come.
Possibly, yeah, that's wonderful.
If I may ask, what do you think about the Diary of Anne Frank when it was first published versus now that it's coming out?
Mr. Frank, first meeting after the war, Mr. Frank came to see me in the hospital, and I didn't know that Anne was dead because I met her in February in the concentration camp. We didn't speak. We did speak, but I couldn't see her. And when he came to visit me, he told me that Anne is not alive anymore, but that she left a diary. And he said, I didn't know my daughter. And then the first publishing he sent to me, I was already in Switzerland, and I really saw I also didn't know my friend because she was so grown up in her book and she wrote so observant and very good.
Did you write a diary? Lots of people kept diaries.
No, I never.
No.
No, I'm not a writer.
I read that you found excerpts that were lost from the diary.
Not me. There were 5 pages that Mr. Frank gave to a man that was the director of the Anne Frank house in Switzerland. And he told him not to publish it till he and his wife are dead. And now this man gave it to the, how do you call it, the Office for War Documentation in Holland. And they did. It's
Yes,
just
recently,
this
yes.
week I heard it came out already, a new diary with the 5 pages inside.
That's what I read too.
How long have you been living in Israel now?
Since 1947.
Do you like it there?
I came there half a year before the independence war.
Having lived in Israel as long as you have, the last 53, 54 years, what do you think of the present situation? Is Israel in more peril or less peril than it's been in its history?
Danger.
Danger.
Oh. Look, I don't know. I hope it will be silent, and I hope Mr. Sharon will make a little bit order, because we are surely not wanting to do suicide. So it cannot go on, but I hope it will be better.
What made you decide to go to Israel rather than stay in Switzerland or go to the United States?
I was brought up like this. I had an aunt, she came to take me, but I said no. I am brought up to go to Palestine then, under British mandate, and I'm happy I did it. And my sister insisted my uncle, she has to come, and immediately after the war in 1949 she also came.
A lot of people have different views about the diaspora. In other words, Jews living outside of Israel, particularly in the United States, where we've grown and prospered and also integrated.
Ostert, yes.
And also integrated in a way that some people compare to.
Too much integrated, I'm sorry to say. 70% we are losing, but I cannot say people what to do. I'm very sorry. I would love every family should send 1 child at least, and then we had a good relationship together.
The Netherlands, the Dutch, where you lived, you were integrated, no?
No, never.
No?
We were refugees. We came from Germany. But
Yeah.
we felt good, but we didn't feel at home. You understand the difference?
This is a good place to end because that's the beginning of the story when Hannah's family went from Germany to Holland, and it's a fascinating story.
Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much for coming to Cleveland, and we hope you'll come back.